We're being joined with mayoral candidate Jody Ocker. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We'll get right into it with the first of the 5 questions. Number 1 is, if you are elected mayor in the city of Sunbury, the department that you would be in charge of is the police department. So tell us what your plans would be with the police department.
Right. So I have to say that I think it was great to see the police department really grow in the health of the department during my time as city administrator, and after that, I think Mayor Karlovich did a good job with that, with the council support. And I'd like to see it stay on that track. I'd like to work with Chief Hare and find out what the priorities are for public safety. So this is very important for a thriving community. All the people that live there and the people that work there and have businesses here have to feel safe. And so, that's right up for the police department to address. I want to figure out what the actual issues are, what's the data out there, and then how do we set priorities and then work to achieve those goals.
Second question is economic growth in not only the downtown of Sunbury, but the entire city itself. What are your plans to work with that?
I think Sunbury's at a really important point right now where after the STAMP program, one of the recommendations was to update the comprehensive plan, the strategic plan. And with that, we have the opportunity to set things in motion, to put the proper zoning ordinances in place that will support growth, that will support prosperity. We want families in Sunbury to be able to support their families with good paying jobs. And I think that we can do that. We have some industrial sites that can be developed and occupied. We have the downtown, which has spaces available, small manufacturing, small businesses. And I think that with working with SRI and Drive and Focus Central PA, I've already built those partnerships. And I think we continue to leverage those partnerships to bring that prosperity to Sunbury.
Third question is, blight in the city has been a big issue, and the redevelopment authority is constantly on that. Do you have plans on working with them, and what would that include?
Oh, yes. So while I was city administrator, I worked very well with the redevelopment authority. And actually with the late Eric Long, we really worked hard on blight identification and processes so that these properties could be identified and dealt with in a very efficient manner. And I think that we just continue to pursue that. I think that the redevelopment authority and the mayor can work together to promote investment in Sunbury, and then that will take care of the blight in turn.
The fourth question would be, what are your plans, if elected, for the future of Sunbury?
Well, I want to see this whole community come together and work for our own future. I think that we can get distracted by what's going on the national level and down in Harrisburg. We've got work to do here in Sunbury, and if the community would work together, I think we can build that brighter future. I think it's exciting that we have some jobs coming in the old textile mill. I think that there are other opportunities out there that we can pursue. And so my vision for Sunbury is, it's not a Lewisburg, it's not the same as Selinsgrove, it has its own identity. So we're not trying to do a cookie cutter, but we're trying to build up Sunbury as on its own, as a place that people want to come to and that people want to live and that people want to have their businesses and their operations.
And lastly, this is your chance to tell the voters of Sunbury why they should elect you as the next mayor of the city.
Well, I think I bring a couple of good things to the table. One is I can be a full-time mayor. I'm retired. I can put my full attention on the city and being the mayor and promoting the best interests of the city. Secondly, I come with a lot of experience. My experience in the military over 28 years, from being a second lieutenant in charge of a shift at a hospital to being a colonel in charge of nursing operations throughout Air Combat Command, and also commander of a clinic. I know how to lead. I know how to assess situations and figure out what it is, gather information, figure out what needs to be done, and then set those things in motion. And I think my commitment to service and my integrity, my values, I bring that to bear with what I bring to the table for Sunbury.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.